So today we are taking a look at Camp's account. He needs help on what to work on next. He's a pretty juiced account. I believe he's more than partway through World 5. He's currently working on defense, but he wants to know what else to look at. So let's take a look. Let's start off with our character level. We have a 451 Beastmaster, 570 Bubo, 453 Blood Berserker, a 455 V-Man, 516 DK, 485 Siegebreaker, 502 Elemental Sorcerer, 455 another DK, another Bubo, and another Siegebreaker. So he's running 2 Siegebreakers, 2 DK, 2 Bubo. First off, what I would suggest is if you can, change Bubo to ES. You're just going to have a much better time than having to try to run double Bubo. You don't need these. They'll happen sometimes in a limited time shop. Let's take a look at your bags. You're definitely missing out on some super easy bags, so definitely get your bags done. Since you're so far in this game, this should take you no time at all to be able to get this done. With your Obols going forward, let's take a look here. So you got drop rate for this guy, for Luckier Lad. This is where you do most of your farming, your multi-kill sets. It seems like you got a lot of worship, a lot of defense. Don't know why you have defense on that, but that's fine. So what I would strongly suggest is your Obol farm. Good Obol farm for starting is to get your main stats, Obols, all the way for your circles, and then for your squares. And then your hexagons are going to be stuff like your Slush, and your Dementia, your Sparkle, is going to be Cattle Crook. That's for most of your skilling stuff, except for your mining and your chopping, because you're not going to have enough space for all your storage space for your Obols. The next, have a set of multi-kill Obols like you do there. They'll be great. And then you're going to eventually start going over to drop rate Obols, which is farming your pop Opals and your dice Obols from World 2. So that's the next thing that you can work on. Going forward, you have cards. All your cards look pretty decent enough. All the major ones need to be 5-star, so that's good. Make sure you put your 2 cards there. Love to see that. How's your skilling? 90-90. Looking pretty good. Okay, next is work on getting 100 skills. 100 skills is also really good, especially if you need any sort of help. Pushing cards makes life a lot easier. If you're also trying to, get statues, also huge for that as well. And, it also gets you ready for going forward on stuff like World 6 in case you need stuff like Dreadlow tools, even though you're only going to need 75, but it's still going to be nice and easy to get for those level 13 vials. I mean, prayers, they're all looking normal. What I would suggest is also, if you're in the lab, I wouldn't run Skill Dimwit, okay? Because especially on your DKs, you do not want to run Skill Dimwit, because what are you doing when you're running Skill Dimwit is you're actually hurting your skill XP for your construction. And your construction in the long term is going to be more important. So I'd rather see you run Prayer of Proficiency rather than Skill Dimwit. This will make your life 10 times easier, and you'll see your construction skill level go up quite a bit. Because if we take a look at your construction for your DK, you are looking at 784. You could get this much higher, and you would be getting it much higher if you did not have Skill Dimwit running. So make sure to change that when you can. How's your equipment looking? Lots of AFK, that's good. Tools, okay, that's fine. I mean, your equipment's fine for the most part. You seem to know what you're doing when it comes to equipment, so that's fine. I would suggest getting more Golden Knobwages farms. That would be definitely a big one. You could definitely spread out your 728k, but as we all know, Bubo enjoyer, you can tell just from this equipment that you literally all you do is Bubo for the majority of time. And then your post office, probably work on Myriad Crate, but I don't think you really need to. It's 35k, but it is something that you want to eventually focus on, so finish off post office. Okay, and then let's just make sure, do you have your anvil all done here? Total spent, upgrade cost. You're missing anvil points. So definitely want to finish off anvil. 100% something you want to do. This is, and then put it all into speed. Put all of it into anvil speed. You're going to want this ASAP. This just makes things a lot easier. It's just something else to finish, right? And how's the chips? I mean, well, chips suck. We all know how chips suck. And equip bubbles. It looks like do not have sheepy. All right, so let's take a look at the count here. Okay, the statues are all onyx. That's good. I love to see that. You do have sheepy. Okay. Getting a next one also would be getting to level 5,000 for last Obol. It's definitely something you could be pushing. Something would be good for that as well. Total bubbles, total stamps. Okay, those look good. Let's go into, yeah, like we said, we already took a look at the anvil, and the anvil's not perfectly done there. How's your stamps looking? Okay. Owned 28, chance 110%. All right, so you're looking pretty good. Pretty much all of these are plat. Wait, how do you see the total? How do you see the total level of your stamps? Oh, I get. He's at if it's 110%, he's at 11K. No, he's at 11K. So that, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Oh, you're missing. Ooh, you're missing your arcade balls. Yikes! Missing your arcade balls is huge. I mean, you're pretty much good to go on stamps. There's not much that you can do. You got your multi-tool stamp, which is super important. You got your ladle stamp, which is also very important. You got your crystalline stamp, 240. That's super juiced, so you're fine on that regards. Take a look at your bubbles. And this is, okay, so here right now, you can clearly tell that he's a, hourly clicker enjoyer. He has 8,722 on his first bubble, and he's rocking almost 10,000 FMJ, which is pretty disgusting. But you should be hard focusing, call me Bob. Hard focus, call me Bob. It's too low. You want your construction, you're slacking in construction big time. You want to get your construction up as much as possible because this is hurting you greatly. Oh, look at that. 9,240 quick slap. So damage is never an issue for you. Your pushing is going to be little sucky a little bit more because you only have 213 on kill per kill. That's something you definitely could work on. High IQ, everything looks fine. I mean, your alchemy's fine. I don't even know why I'm nitpicking your alchemy. Your alchemy's totally good. Ooh! Diamond Chef is only 365, bro. Diamond Chef, big. Needs a lot of love. Bro, if you're only repping 365, you're gonna need about approximately 1,150 is what you're gonna need for your Diamond Chef because it scales differently. It may show on the page that it scales differently than what it actually gives you. You're gonna get to 1,150, and then you're gonna eventually want it to get to like 3,000 plus. But for now, just getting it at 1,150 should be your ultimate priority right now. And where's your Larry at? Your Larry's at 1,500. That's great. Mr. Massacre, you get that up a couple more times for more multi-kill per tier. Definitely huge. Let's take a look at Vials here. I mean, your Vials are fine. You got some obvious ones like any of the critters can get done, the Uzis. I mean, definitely want to figure out, finish off your Vials. Let's take a look at the arcade shop, see what he's got for bonuses here. I mean, obviously, it just is what it is. Sucks to suck. How's your sigils? Sigils are pretty normal. Definitely not bad at all. What's your water cauldrons at? Regen. Alchemy speed. Okay. That's not too bad. All right. Let's take a look at the printer here. What do we got looking at the printer? 3.5. I mean, all of it's pretty normal, to be honest. There's definitely no issues there. Okay, so he's just doing that in case he has nothing else. That's fine. Shopping on that. He's got that going for that. Okay, cool. Of course, getting the refinery for that. Mining. So he's basically, so to put it in perspective, he has prints for 3D print, for hourly clicking. That's what he's set up for. And he has 2 of the fly prints down here for his FMJ bubble. Refinery. 103, 32, 17, 28, 16, and 7. They could use a little bit of love, but no big deal. How's your Equinox looking? Everything's looking fine. And Death Note. Let's make sure it's looking all good with the Death Note. Okay, Death Note's great. Absolutely fantastic. Nothing to yell at over here. Traps. You want to make sure there's traps going on there, champ. You want to make sure to pick up your traps, eh? Oh, so you have been, if you're running the vacuum, that's fine, but if not, you should probably focus on claiming your traps for sure if you're definitely trying to push your Vials. And honestly, if you're trying to push Vials, what I'd strongly suggest is for traps, Only do one critter. It saves so much time and so much effort. It is such a pain otherwise, especially when you get to blobfish. Blobfish are absolutely atrocious, even though you're only doing nature traps right now. Salt licks max, good to see that. Construction. I mean, construction looks fine to me. XP. I mean, realistically, farming cogs. Cog farming is going to be a huge one for you. You're totally ready for it. There's no reason why you shouldn't be farming cogs. The highest one I see here is 119. And you have a 5.84k% XP. You can get that up by easily another 2,000. Easily another 2,000 without even trying. Now, let's see. How's the cooking looking? I mean, it's as best as you're gonna see it. If you level up your diamond chef, you can definitely get a little bit more there for sure. So definitely take a look at that and give that a little bit of love, give that a little bit of work. What's your prayers at, by the way? The ones I'm looking for: Skilled Dimwit, good. Zerg Rushogen, yes. Midas Mine, Jawbreaker, good, good, good. Rucksack, always a nice one. Fiber of Absence is a good one to level, especially if you're going for such as when Rift comes out, you want to push Rift. You're definitely going to want that. Balance of Pain, max out balance proficiency. You want that ASAP. That's super, super goated for construction. So that's definitely something you want to go for continuing. And his build rate is 1 billion per hour. Okay. What I would strongly suggest, I would probably set this up a little bit different as well. I would make sure that your 2 DKs are chilling there and take that one character out. I don't really suggest to have that character in there. It's not really doing much, if anything. So your cooking's fine. I mean, just level up your diamond chef and you should be able to get that no problem. Green eggs are looking good, 777. So you're basically just leveling up shinies at that point. Okay. If you want fast shinies, by the way, if you want faster shinies, just do one character at a time. Do one or two max at a time, just to make your life a little bit easier. And then laboratory, it should all be done, of course. Yes, of course. Rift, I don't even need to look at Rift. How's our sailing looking? Obviously, I would suggest you have all this at Eldritch. Absolutely. Divinity. Everything looks good. Cattle Crook's fine. Badger's good. Flutterbiss. I would get Gorrip probably max if you can. All right. I've seen all I need to see. Before we go, how's your 2 million nugget? You have a bigger nugget than mine. So, Campz, here's what I suggest for you for the stuff that you need to work on. Obviously, you're pretty juiced out. I think we can all agree that you have a juiced out account, but here's the things I want you to work on. Eventually, in the limited time shop, I want you to change your Bubo to Elemental Sorcerer. This will just ultimately help you more. Plus, it also gives you more log prints, so more atoms. Get your bags done. You have a lot of bags holding you up, dude. You got time. Go do it. Get it done. It won't take you that long. It'll take you a few days at max. Main stat opals. So your main stat opals are basically going to be used for most of your skilling, just so you can save a bunch of those slots up and still maintain some damage. And then obviously the slush opals and then the cattle crook opals are going to take up the sparkles. And then you're going to eventually convert for combat. You're going to be mostly going just drop rate. The only time you should keep the main skilling opals is the axe opals and the mining opals. You don't want to really keep anything else other than that. It's just you don't have the storage for it, so it's not worth it. Working on getting 100 skills. This is just nice for talent points. It's just good all around. This is just helping with stuff like prints, stuff like getting your skill mastery up. Your skill mastery is very important. Getting more skill XP, you always want to get that. So definitely want to work on getting all 100 skills. Skill Dimwit. This was with your DK running Skill Dimwit. You should take that off, run Prayer Proficiency. You're losing a lot of construction XP. Even though you're level 700, you should easily be able to get to 900. So that's definitely something you want to work on. Finish off Post Office. I mean, you got time, man. You probably got the silver pens. Might as well kick it out. Get that Myriad crate done. Just get it done and over with. Call it a day. Finish off Anvil. You haven't gotten all your Anvil points. So you can work on start getting your Anvil points done by just going down the list and knocking them out. Level 5,000 for the last Obol. Of course, you want to get this because I know that's like an extra 6% AFK gains or an extra, 16% drop rate just for the sake of having another Obol. So get that done ASAP. Hard focus, Call Me Bob. Your Call Me Bob was too low for your construction XP. So you want to keep on leveling it up, keep on building up that construction XP, and then you can start getting up to level 900, and that's where you're going to see your build rate start really going fast. And that's definitely something they're going to be really good on. And if you haven't, definitely work on Carpenter and also work on Warrior's Rule Bubble, because both of those are going to compound pile as well with Call Me Bob. Diamond Chef needs a love. You're only at 350 for Diamond Chef, especially with World 6. Guys, if you don't know, new plates are coming to World 6, so you definitely want to have as much as Diamond Chef as possible. So higher equals better. Also, it doesn't really show properly within the spreadsheet that I have, so you're going to get it to 1150, then you're going to probably get it around 3,000 afterwards. I think it's 3,100 at one point. And then make sure to finish off your vials. You have a few vials, a couple critter vials, a little bit of soul vials. Should be easily get those done. And if you're going to do traps for vials, make sure you only do one critter. Makes your life a lot easier. And also, if you're done all of that, start farming your cogs. You're missing about 2,000 player XP %, and you could get that up easy peasy. You know, it's coggers, bro. So that's what I would suggest for you, Campz. Good luck. Good luck, my dude.